Welcome everybody to Apple Insider. It is Andrew here, and you can find me on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. And this is This Week in Apple, where I round up the best Apple news from the prior week. And man, do we have some stuff to talk about today. Starting off with our leading story, and that is Apple is backing down from its CSAM plans. So last month, Apple announced plans to basically scan the iCloud libraries of users for CSAM, so child sexual abuse material. It would scan, compare it to existing known CSAM, and if there was any flags, send it up, and there's this whole process. I detail it in another video. You can go check that out. But since then, there's been a lot of backlash from users who are worried about privacy implications. There are researchers who want to know more about what Apple is doing here. And in the end, Apple seems to back down, at least temporarily. In a statement sent directly to AppleInsider, last month we announced plans for features intended to help protect children from predators who use communication tools to recruit and exploit them, and limit the spread of child sexual abuse material. Based on feedback from customers, advocacy groups, researchers, and others, we've decided to take additional time over the coming months to collect input and make improvements before releasing these critically important child safety features. So to be clear, these features are not going anywhere. Apple still intends to roll these out, but they're just delaying the launch by a few more months to gather additional information and maybe tweak the program a little bit before it is rolled out to users. Another story that's been going viral on social media this week is the OMG Cable. So this cable, it looks very unassuming. It looks just like Apple's own lightning cable, the white plastic, everything, the whole 9 yards. But it in fact is created by a hacker with a chip implanted on the inside. And what happens is when you connect this cable to your iPhone, connected to power, connected to your phone, it turns up a Wi-Fi hotspot that the hacker is able to connect to, apparently up to a mile away, was reported. But then they were able to connect to that Wi-Fi hotspot that has key logging software and can install malware on your device through this lightning cable. And again, it looks just like the cable that Apple includes in the boxes. Just the standard white lightning cable. It comes in both a USB-C and a USB-A version. It's pretty scary stuff, so just, keep an eye on your lightning cables out there. The last two big stories of the week is we possibly have some product delays, which are never a good sign, especially as Apple event is looming. So the first one that we've talked about many times on the show, and that is the new MacBook Pros. Apparently there's a rumor that those could be delayed, hitting some snafus as those are going into production. But I'm taking that with a little bit of a grain of salt because we're not expecting those necessarily at Apple's first September event. Could come at a second September event, possibly in October. We've heard some October release date windows kind of out there, so I wouldn't worry about those as much yet. But what could be more worrisome is Apple Watch Series 7 delays. The new Apple Watch Series 7 features an entirely new body and new manufacturing process, and it seems that manufacturers are running into issues. A report says that the production was actually completely halted while Apple was trying to sort out these production issues. So with Apple Watch being ready to be announced within maybe a couple weeks here and begin shipping a week or so after that, it's a little scary that production has been completely halted as these issues are sorted out. So a little worrisome if you're in the market for an Apple Watch Series 7, there could be this delay. But again, we will have to wait and see what happens. If Apple announces, a later ship date for the Apple Watch Series 7, that could make sense. Maybe they'll have their event, but ship it later. That's always a possibility, but we'll see what happens. Apple's still expected to have their event on September 14th, and we'll probably see an announcement for that event the week earlier on September 7th, but obviously stay tuned to Apple Insider. We'll keep you up to date on all of Apple's plans as we approach.